Deacon Rodrigo Serna was born and raised in Mexico. At the age of 14, he started minor seminary. After 4 years, he left seminary formation, attended university, and during that time, he started a conversation with Father Scott Beckman and staff here in the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City, and was eventually accepted as a seminarian for the Archdiocese in 2013. During his time, he has studied with many of our young men, many of our young priests. And as he has just been ordained transitional deacon, I know he's eagerly looking forward to his priestly ordination, God willing, on June 6th. Whenever him and Deacon Brandon Lepak, they were ordained. They will be ordained priests, hopefully coming this summer. Please welcome now Deacon Rodrigo Serna.
Good evening, everyone. It is a great honor to be here with you today. And I know that we were supposed to have like a very fancy banquet, but then we're having this Zoom call / Archbishop's dinner / COVID time, you know. But it is a great honor to be here with you today. And at this point, I would like to thank Archbishop Paul Coakley, Your Excellency. Thank you so much for your support, your guidance, your prayers for all of us. And then of our beloved priest here, like everyone who is working at the vocations office, thank you so much, Father John Paul Lewis, and Father Bidner, for everything that you have done for us, everything that you are doing for us, and everything that you will do for the seminarians. Thank you so much. But especially thank you to you, all of you who are watching right now. Because what can we do without the people of God? So like you are the main reason that I am here today. But then at this point, you might be wondering why this guy sounds different. And as Father Bidner just said, I was born and raised in Mexico. And although there are many people who have mentioned that I look like Italian / people from Spain or even Argentinian, I'm like, no, I was born and raised in Mexico. And I always felt the call from God since I was a kid. I remember that one time during my religious classes, one of my professors asked me like, okay, what do you want to be when you get older? And I told her like, I want to be a father. My classmates, they were laughing and I said like, we too. And I said like, no, I want to be a father, the ones who celebrate Mass. So that's why when I was 14, I called the seminary in Mexico, like each diocese has their own seminaries. So I called the seminary and I asked them like, what do I have to need? Like, what do I need to get into the seminary? And then they said, like, you have to talk with your pastor and then give us like some money and then, I don't know, something else. I don't remember. So I went to the seminary that day without telling my parents, actually. And then I gave like all my information. And then when I came back, I told my parents and they were like, okay. So like they have been a real blessing to me. I have a wonderful family. All my life, I have been a Catholic with great grandparents and my siblings also. I'm very grateful to all of them. But then the main question is, how did I get here? And that's a mystery, actually. Because like, as I said, I went to the seminary, I was there for 4 years, and then I went to the university, and then I was working at church, I was studying at the same time, and I was happy. But then I was missing something in general, like life was good, but it wasn't so good for me. So I was like, I need something else. So during this time, one day I got an email from Father Scott Beckman. He used to be the pastor at St. Joseph's in Norman. And then what he wrote was something like this, like, hey, this is Father Beckman. I am a priest from Oklahoma City. And then I would love to have you as a seminarian one day here. And then at that moment, I was thinking like, well, this looks like an spam email. So I didn't respond. I got the same email like 7 times. And the last time, I think that he said something like, so why you haven't responded me? So what I wrote back was like, okay, Father, if you are real, give me a call. And he did. And then from there, we kind of, we were talking about like the process of being a seminarian here in the States. Father Don Wolf went to Mexico City. We met, we talked about like the entire process, and I sent the application back to Oklahoma. Then 2 weeks later, I got the call saying like, hey, now you are a seminarian for Oklahoma City. And you have 2 more weeks and you will be in Mexico City for doing all your philosophy studies. When I was in Mexico City, wonderful time, 3 years there, I didn't have the chance to, and I mean, I couldn't take English at all when I was in Mexico City. I took French instead. So when I came here, obviously, everyone was talking in English and I would respond to them in French. So that was a very fun time. But now my French is gone, so don't worry. The only thing that I remember is like je ne sais pas, which means I don't know. Here we are. Then I have been here in the States for 5 years. I went to Conception, wonderful seminary. And then right now I'm going to Kendrick looking for my last year of formation. And then during this time, well, it has been a long journey in general, almost 13 years in a seminary formation, and it has been a real blessing to me. But I think that the main question is, why do I want to be a priest? And before COVID, I had many answers. But actually during COVID, I think that I got the right answer. And although I don't like this new time that we're living, but when I saw the people who were longing for having God, the people who were fasting because they weren't able to receive the Blessed Sacrament on Sundays, when all our churches were closed during this long Lent, as many would call it, that was a moment in which I said, I want to be a priest because I want to give Jesus to everyone. I have seen pictures of priests who have died because of COVID, but then they died because they were administrating the sacraments. And that's a powerful image. So now more than ever, we have and we need to have more vocations to the priesthood, that more people, more men and women will accept the call. So that's why now I do want to be a priest. And I will love to ask you for your prayers and support. Like, thank you so much for everything that you have done for us, but we need more prayers and more support. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Deacon Rodrigo, for your words and for your yes to the Lord, the gift of your life that you've given to us, and I know that you will throughout your entire priesthood.